Hello guys, welcome back to another lovely trading video. In this one we're going to be going over the 9 EMA and how you can use it in a day trading setting. So firstly, I just wanted to point out, just so you know, that they are different. If you're using it on a 5 minute or 1 minute, it will be at a different value. So as you can quickly see here on SPCE, this is where the 9 EMA is. It's this blue line here. However, if we go over to a 1 minute chart, zoom into that same kind of area, you'll be able to see that this pullback here around 11 only just touches the 9 EMA on the 5 minute. However, if we go to 11 o'clock on the 1 minute, you'll see that we are kind of closing above it and all that. So it does react differently depending on what frame you are, because it uses the last 9 candles, and that's all a 9 moving average means. It means it's calculating the average between the last 9 candles. However, EMA is a bit different to SMA. You can use either, but EMA just weights the newer candles a bit more heavily than the older ones. So if you're using it for trends, which is what we're going to go through first, EMA is usually the better one to use. So looking on SPCE, you would use the 9 EMA on here to kind of just track the direction of the stock, and that's what you really use the 9 for. Is just a clearer way to see a direction of the stock, and it works really well here. Obviously here it's an obvious downtrend, obvious pullback, obvious downtrend here. However, here you can see we're if you're looking at it without an EMA, it just looks like consolidation. However, you can slightly see that it is pushing up, which may provide you some insight that maybe it may continue more bullish. In this case, it didn't continue. It ended up falling down. But again, you then do get a clear direction quite quickly which way it's going. As you can see, probably by the time the 9 EMA got here, it kind of looks like it's starting a new downtrend, and you can get that insight quite easily using the 9 EMA. So that's kind of the way you use it when just looking at a trend. It's quite easy. You don't really need it. It's more just maybe if you're new to trading, it can sometimes be a bit easier to see the direction if you're maybe newer to candlesticks. Now, how else can you use an EMA, and how a lot of people may use them? And that's using them as kind of either support and resistance, or using them as part of a trading criteria. So what do I mean by using it as support and resistance? So let's say here we actually do have a support line at around $24. One way you could use a 9 EMA is by saying once the 9 EMA closes below the resistance, that's when we can justify it as a downtrend and maybe get short. So if we go across, it did end up actually breaking down here, and you'll see that as soon as the 9 EMA closes below the below the support line, you'll see that then our downtrend started quite heavily. So that's one way you can use an EMA, is maybe using it as part of an entry criteria. And again, like I said, you can also use it as support and resistance. Doesn't work fantastically on the 1 minute, just because obviously they're moving so quickly, but it does work a lot better on a 5 minute chart using the 9 EMA as a support or resistance. So again, using SPCE as our example, if you're trading the downtrend and you're maybe looking to either add size or open a position, and you're looking to get short, you might wait for it to come back into the 9 EMA to continue its downtrend. So you can see here we pull back, touch the 9 EMA before continuing down. We then push into a lower low. We're doing our pullback, and again we come straight into the 9 EMA before continuing lower. So that's one way as well you can use it. So I don't want to long out this video making it very complex, but I just want to give you an idea of how you can use the 9 EMA. So in summary, you can use it for trend trading, so you can just get a clearer idea of where the 9 EMA is heading. You can use it as part of a trading criteria, for example, but not limited to, waiting for the 9 EMA to close below your support or resistance lines to enter the trade. And lastly, you could use it as support and resistance. I would recommend the higher time frame for that, at least the 5 minute. But you could use it as a way to maybe either enter trades, add your position, or increase your size into it. Or you could say that if it closes above the 9, the trend may end. So maybe it's a good area to close out your position. So Hope that makes sense on the 9 EMA. If you've got any more questions about the 9 EMA, let me know in the comments. I will reply to any comments posted. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you in the next one, and that's it. Peace.